It's been exactly 1 year since the iPhone 14 was launched, and in this video we are going to have a detailed long-term review of Apple iPhone 14 covering its design, features, hardware specs, camera performance, battery, software, overall performance, and whether you should buy this device in 2023 or not. But before we start, if you are new to this channel, then do not forget to hit the subscribe button and press the bell icon to get the notification for future uploads. Talking about the design, iPhone 14 comes with the classic iPhone look. It is exactly similar to the iPhone 13 in terms of design as well as the dimensions, but the internals are totally changed for better repairability. The overall design is quite minimalistic. We got a small camera module on the back with the Apple logo and the same color of frame, giving a very uniform look. Just like any other iPhone, the build quality is pretty solid of iPhone 14 as it comes with a scratch resistant ceramic shell glass on the front side and unnamed strong glass on the back, and we got the aerospace grade aluminum frame between these two layers of glass. iPhone 14 comes with IP68 water and dust resistant, so the iPhone 14 can be underwater up to 6 meters for up to 30 minutes without getting any damage. The bezels are slightly thick on iPhone 14 and it comes with the huge notch on the display. In 2023 you won't find this on any Android smartphone, and even the iPhone 14 Pro and Pro Max do not come with the notch anymore. Instead of that, we got the dynamic island that is quite innovative, interesting and feature-rich option that is not available unfortunately on iPhone 14. Overall, the build quality is still superior and as good as any flagship smartphone in 2023. It comes with signature Apple iPhone design as well as the infamous notch, and this is the only flagship level smartphone that comes in many vibrant colors like blue, purple, red and yellow. Just like many other previous iPhones, there is no fingerprint sensor provided on iPhone 14. Instead of that, we got the Face ID that works pretty well every single time. In 2023, we still got the Apple Lightning connector on iPhone 14 that supports only USB 2.0. So it's kind of disappointing that the data transfer speed is not flagship level and it does not come with the advanced features like the video output on this device. In terms of connectivity, iPhone 14 is fully packed as it comes with full 5G connectivity, Wi-Fi 6, all kind of GPS, AGPS, GLONASS, Galileo, BDS, NFC and ultra wideband, and it also comes with the satellite connectivity for emergency SMS based communication when there is no network connectivity to your device. This is a feature that you won't find on majority of the flagship smartphones even in the end of 2023. So this is pretty impressive about iPhone 14 for sure. Talking about the display, the iPhone 14 comes with 6.1-inch Super Retina XDR display. The display is extremely sharp at 460 ppi. At 800 nits, the maximum brightness of iPhone 14 display is pretty solid, so you won't face any issue while using the device in bright sunny outdoors, and in some scenarios it can go as high as 1200 nits. It comes with two-tone technology with the color temperature and the ambient light sensor that automatically adjusts the brightness as well as the color tone of the display to provide a nice viewing experience. It comes with 2:1 contrast ratio, so the display of iPhone 14 is very sharp, and it comes with both HDR10 and Dolby Vision certification and all necessary DRM certification to enjoy the HDR content on Netflix, YouTube and any other compatible video streaming application. But the few drawbacks of the display of iPhone 14 in 2023 is that it does not come with always on display and it is a 60Hz display. So both of these features, the always on display and the high refresh rate display, are easily available in less than half price of iPhone 14 on Android smartphones. So this is pretty disappointing once again that a flagship level smartphone in 2023 does not come with these very basic features. And once again we can count that there is no in-display fingerprint sensor provided on iPhone 14 that is once again available on very budget-friendly Android smartphones these days. So you won't be able to enjoy high-end gaming, and because of the massive notch on the display of iPhone 14, you don't get an immersive viewing experience like other smartphones. Now talking about the hardware and performance, iPhone 14 comes with A15 Bionic chip with an extra 5-core GPU with 6GB of RAM, and the performance is super impressive. Even though it does not come with the latest A16 Bionic chip that is used on iPhone 14 Pro and 14 Pro Max, the performance is brilliant flagship level in every aspect and as good as any flagship smartphone in 2023. So you won't face any issue while using the device in everyday scenario, and you will be able to play high-end heavy graphics game on the highest possible graphics setting as well. Because of the lack of high refresh rate display on iPhone 14, you will be able to play any game only up to 60 Hz on this device. That is once again kind of shame considering the iPhone 14 is a flagship level smartphone in 2023. Talking about the battery, iPhone 14 comes with 3279 mAh battery. That is once again pretty low from the 2023 standard, but the good part is that even with that smaller battery size, you will get a day of battery life easily on iPhone 14, and it is as good as the battery life of vanilla models of nearly all Android flagship smartphone series of 2023. The battery charging speed is once again quite slow if we compare it with other smartphones in 2023, as it takes a bit more than 1 hour 30 minutes in charging the battery from 0% to 100% of iPhone 14. Now talking about the speakers, this is what impressed me most on iPhone 14. It comes with stereo speaker setup that support spatial audio as well as the Dolby Atmos. The audio quality is just brilliant and super impressive. The speakers on iPhone 14 are very loud and the audio output is great in every aspect, as you get good amount of bass and nice mids and highs that is extremely rare on other smartphones, and considering that iPhone 14 still got the best speakers among any smartphones in 2023. Now talking about the camera, iPhone 14 comes with a 12 megapixel front-facing camera with true depth technology, and on the rear we got 12 megapixel primary camera with 12 megapixel ultra wide angle lens. So there is no dedicated telephoto lens provided on iPhone 14, and once again considering the fact that this is a flagship smartphone in 2023, it's a bit disappointing. The rear camera comes with the Photonic Engine HDR image stacking that provides nice low light imaging on the device, and the sensor shift optical image stabilization also contributes in the overall better low light imaging. The camera performance of iPhone 14 is still pretty solid, and it provides great images with lots of details in every lighting conditions. The HDR is not as good as other flagship smartphones, and you will find the typical iPhone contrast dominated images on iPhone 14 as well, but the amount of detail you get is pretty solid, and it makes the iPhone 14 one of the best point and shoot camera smartphone. But again, if you want advanced feature, more customization and control of your device, then iPhone 14 lags behind the competition in 2023. As expected, iPhone 14 also comes with the best video recording capability among any other smartphones in 2023. The video quality is brilliant with lots of details, and the new action mode is super impressive when it comes to smoothing the video. The cinematic mode introduced in iPhone 13 Pro series is now available on iPhone 14 as well, and once again you won't find this feature on flagship Android smartphones in 2023. The true depth front-facing camera of iPhone 14 comes with autofocus, and because of that the camera output is pretty solid. It captures great amount of details, always keeps the subject in the focus. In the portrait mode, the subject detection is nice, but it is not as good as the other flagship smartphones of 2023, and you will find losing some fine details of the subject while using the portrait mode from the front cam. Overall, the camera performance of iPhone 14 is still pretty solid in 2023, but it is not as good as what you will expect from a flagship smartphone of its price segment. The iOS 16 on iPhone 14 is still pretty feature rich in 2023 and comes with its own unique set of features and settings to provide a nice user experience, and very soon the iOS 17 will be available on iPhone 14 as well. That will bring many new features like standby etc. on iPhone 14 as well. And once again, when it comes to advanced safety based features like the crash detection or the emergency SOS via satellite, these features are quite unique on iPhone 14 and you won't find them on majority of the smartphones in 2023. Overall, iPhone 14 is a pretty solid smartphone in 2023 as it comes with brilliant display, very impressive overall performance, great build quality, the signature iPhone design, consistent and nice overall camera performance, and some nice unique features like crash detection and the emergency SOS via satellite. and it comes with one of the best speakers among any smartphone. But it comes with the huge infamous notch. There is no fingerprint sensor, there is no optical zoom, there is no 90Hz or 120Hz refresh rate on the display, and it does not even come with always on display. So if these features are important for you, you can easily skip the iPhone 14, and if not, then as I said earlier, iPhone 14 is still pretty solid smartphone in 2023 if you consider all of its pros only. So that's all for now, friends. Thanks for watching this video. If you found it useful, then give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, subscribe the channel, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notification for future uploads. And I'll see you guys next time in another video. Have a nice day.